I don't know how many of you received this flyer in the mail from the Vote Yes pick, but it happens to be the exact same colors as the Ogden School taxpayer paid for signs. And the pick magically was able to find the exact same school building to put in their apple, although the signs that are taxpayer funded are an O with this exact same school. The other interesting thing about this mailer is that the Friends of Ogden pick used an address of 6167 South, 1375 East, Ogden, Utah. Now, I don't know when you were required to learn your zip code, but I learned my zip code going into kindergarten. And they put on here 84401. It's really 84405. I called the post office the other day and asked, hey, if I wanted to send something to the Ogden, Friends of Ogden pick at 6167 South, 1375 East, what zip code would I use? And you know what they told me? 84405. That's in South Ogden. So I'm hopeful that you'll ask the same questions that I have. Why does the Vote Yes group live in South Ogden when all the voters for this will live in Ogden? I recently spoke to the Ogden Rotary Club and said that the only thing that can really be counted on for bond language is what appears on the bond ballot, and said that that's the only contract that you could really count on. Well, I think some folks were very upset down at Ogden City Schools, and so they sent out a memo. It was actually addressed to Zane Wolstenhume, who's the business administrator, from some attorneys that are not the bond counsel. And they said, few if any lawyers other than bond counsel understand the drafting of bond ballot election questions. It is extremely unlikely that whoever addressed the Rotary Club is well informed in this matter. So I happened to know somebody who was CC'd on this memo, and I called them up. I said, let me ask you a question. Which is the most binding part of a bond? The bond ballot election, or bond ballot language, or the voter information pamphlet? Which can be changed? And he told me the only thing that can't be changed is the bond ballot language. The bond voter information pamphlet can be changed at any time based on the vote of the board by a 2/3 vote. So I guess not very well informed, but right. Well, it's simple. Our bond election is about the size of schools that will be forever established in the Ogden School District. And what our board members of the Ogden School District are asking us to vote on is really the size of our schools. Will we go from 300 to 400 students per school to 600 to 800 students per school? I personally think a community school of 300 to 400 is better. Principals and teachers will know the children in those schools and can help address their concerns. In a 600 to 800 school, it will be very difficult for a principal to know the students in that school on a first name basis. That's why I'm voting no on the bond.